there as well. Do you know much about Islam in general?
Not really, but I've been given one of these a while ago.
Really? This one in particular?
No, not this one.
Like pamphlet?
Yeah.
Okay, and did you have an opportunity to read it?
No, not yet.
Okay, no worries. So what do you think that you know about Islam, or what do you understand, or is that something totally new to you?
I understand.
Nothing, right? Have you ever encountered a Muslim before, except me?
No,
Okay, no worries. Is it alright if I just quickly explain and you can get going, right? It's up to you, right? Islam is a belief that there's only one God, and that throughout history, this Creator has sent prophets and messengers, normal people, to guide people on the straight path of morality. So what's right, what's wrong, basically, right? When it comes to like business, marriage, divorce, dynamics within the home, how you carry yourself as a human being, how do you treat other people in different kind of circumstances. Basically, those are like guidances that God has given from the Islamic perspective to people over a period of time, to different communities. So Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon them all. We believe that these were normal people, but they were chosen by God to deliver a particular message. It's as simple as that. That's the concept and belief of Islam. We believe in the concept of the Day of Judgment, where everybody will be held accountable for their actions. If you did good, it will be noticed. If you did bad, it will also be noticed as well. And there's no running away from any kind of like accountability on that day. And we believe that this life is a test. You're here for a short period of time. Once you pass on, that's when you go into another dimension. You wait there for a period of time, then until the Day of Judgment. So when everything comes to an end, after that judgment period, you either go to heaven or hell. And that's basically articles of faith of Islam. But do you believe in the? What do you think? Do you think there's like a God, or what do you believe? Okay. Okay. And what's your understanding of God? Right. We believe that God Himself is only one in His essence. Right? He's totally independent, meaning that He's not reliant upon anything to exist. Right. So, for example, you know how you have. Do you understand what the term empiricism? No. Empiricism is basically when you use your five senses to verify something, to prove something that exists. So scientists use this principle when it comes to research within cancer or treatment. They will use this they use empirical evidence. Does that make sense? So they use evidence from what they see under a microscope or what they can measure. They will use that kind of evidence, but there's multiple kinds of proof. Does that make sense? So, for example, there's something called ontological proof, meaning you use your logic to deduce something. So, for example, when you look at this table here, you can let's say understand the attributes of somebody that put it there by examining the table. So, for example, the table is made of different compartments, therefore knowledge is needed to put it together. There's different books there, therefore there's knowledge needed on what kind of design needs to be on the surface of the table. There's a flag there, there's this, that, there's different kinds of, there's a different arrangement, etc., etc. Knowledge is needed, etc., etc. Similarly, when you look at the universe, you understand that you can understand the attributes of something that might have put it there by examining the universe, like you can with a table, for example, right? Does that make sense? Right. So the universe is a powerful existence. Therefore, something more powerful had to, let's say, create it, and that's our concept of God, right? One independent and all-powerful, all-knowing, all-seeing, all-hearing, etc., etc. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. And here is a YouTube channel called Merciful Servant. It just goes over the basics about Islam. So if you want to learn more, there's an opportunity for you to learn it, right? And this just goes into more depth about what I was talking about, about the existence of God. And this is about the Quran. So the Quran is basically the book that we believe is the last and final revelation that Muslims adhere by to follow their daily life. So there's an opportunity for you to learn about it, and this book explains it a bit further. Do you have any questions on what I said? Okay. For a bit of fun, pick a card. Turn it over. What does it say? Again, this comes back to the principle that we believe that this life is temporary. So there will be evil people and good people on this planet, and you can't be beguiled to think that this life is forever. On a daily basis, I mean, how many times do we often remember that we're going to die? It's pretty much non-existent. You're always thinking that, I mean, tomorrow's going to come, tomorrow's going to come, tomorrow's going to come, right? Until it's your last day, right? So what the Creator is trying to tell the human being is that this life is short and temporary. Therefore, adhere to the principles that are going to help you in the next. Does that make sense? Right. So that's what that verse is talking about in a bit more depth.
Oh, that's great.
Again, do you have any questions on? I'm here every Saturday. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you want me to answer. And I wish you the best.